watching that.
Yeah, the last hit.
I think that was Roy Jones.
Yeah,
What's
right?
up? You already know what it is, what time it is. The Philly Sports Guys.
Woo.
I'm Pete. That's Aaron. We'll rock with you. Just watched the MVP show.
Yes.
Thank you for watching that. We appreciate all the Radio Vision Network sports team love.
Very
Make sure you
entertaining.
keep it coming.
Yes.
Holla at MVP on the MVP show on the Facebook page. Philly
Yes.
Sports Guys Facebook page. You already know. Two chunky monkeys sitting to that.
Yes,
I
we
didn't
got
know
the
you was
purple
wearing
on.
purple.
Yeah, we ain't talking
Yeah,
about
my
that.
purple kind of look tight there on the monitor. I don't know how I'm looking, but hey,
All right, well,
look,
you doing your thing. You doing your thing. It's all good. It's
you
all
know what I
good.
mean? Pimpin'.
Yeah, but we're purpling out today. You
Listen.
know, we're not Lakers fans, but hey,
Yeah.
change up a little
That's
bit.
my West Coast team, though.
That's despicable. How you gonna be a Lakers fan?
I
And a
said
Philly
my
fan?
West Coast team. I was a Lakers fan.
You know-
Hold on, let me take it back
Go
now.
ahead, let's take that.
I was a Lakers fan when Van Exel and Eddie Jones was starting backcourt.
Okay.
what I'm
Okay.
saying?
I like that. You know, there's an evil empire. I call it the evil trifecta. Dallas Cowboy fans, which my uncle is, Yankees fans,
Okay.
and then the Lakers fans. That's the evil. That's like the evil trifecta.
I would take the Celtics over the Lakers as the trifecta over there.
I mean,
It's a good day.
I mean, you can go either way, but just because they're all evil empires if you think
Right.
about it. You know, so I don't know. But we got a lot to talk about.
Got a lot to talk about, so let's get right into it. We're going to talk about the quick hits.
Yes.
As you saw on the opening vignette,
Mhm.
thank you for rocking with that with us. Let's get right into it.
Yeah, big
The
injuries this week.
The
Big
injuries.
injuries.
AP went down. Khalil went down.
Now, did you think it was a big, like when I first saw it, I didn't think it was that serious.
I didn't think it was serious because the way he sat up on the field.
Yeah.
But then as
When
he
he
was
tried to
taking
get
taking it to the back, and he couldn't put no pressure on it, I was like, oh, he done.
And then it was like conflicting reports because then I kept getting I get ESPN game breaks
Right.
and they were saying 3 to 4 weeks, then 3 to 4 months. I'm like,
But
what
then once they went in there,
Right.
with the meniscus, and they saw the LCL was also torn, he's pretty much done for 3 or 4 months. He may be a chance he may come back at the beginning of this for the playoffs
Right.
if they make it now at this point. But look, to be honest with you, the biggest takeaway
Mhm.
from that game,
Okay.
besides just the injuries, is we talked about it. Man, what's going on with Aaron Rodgers, man? Is this that same dude?
I just think, well, you know, last year he said RELAX.
He
That's what
said it this
last
week.
year.
He said it
He
this
said it
week.
again?
He said relax.
See, I
But
never
see,
really said that.
but
That's
see,
crazy.
this is the guy. If you look at the last 8 games,
Mhm.
I mean, he's before he was a must start in fantasy every week.
He was.
Now he's not
was.
that. He's a matchup start now in fantasy on the
Right.
fantasy level. But it's not just that he's not reading. It's almost like he thinks he doesn't want to go through his progressions anymore.
I think he's thinking too much. And I think the key is, I'm be honest with you, Jordy Nelson not being Jordy Nelson is the big thing for him. I know last year he played last year without him, and he had a great season. But Jordy Nelson has always been his security blanket. He always has been. And I think with him coming off, not getting that separation that he normally gets, it's affecting Aaron. And then plus the line is not, you know, they lost a couple guys. Josh Sitton's gone. I don't think the line is healthy as they normally are. So I think all those variables are coming together and kind of, you know, making the situation the way it is for Rodgers right now.
Right. Now, also in the quick hits, we wanted to talk about the performance that we saw out of our division.
Mm-hmm.
Dak Prescott, how he looked.
Mm-hmm.
Kirk Cousins throwing that killer interception.
You know what? What's really amazing, and I thought about it, the Redskins might be smart. Not to give them all that money, but as far as giving them, they might be
franchise
smart.
tag, yeah.
I mean, it was kind of smart of them to say, you know what, let's give you one more year.
Right.
Because, again, let's keep it real. The NFL figures you out a year after.
Right.
You know, so maybe the NFL, is it that the NFL's maybe figured Cousins out?
Right.
Like, what is it? And from what I understand, there's some type of dissension between the team where there's a lot of people saying, you know, is he really our guy?
Right.
You know, and they're calling for Colt McCoy, so.
I don't know if I would call for Colt McCoy, but like you said, with Washington, they may be smart doing the franchise tag. You
Mhm.
knew you had to move on for RG3.
Okay.
You know, you knew maybe you weren't sold on Kirk Cousins, but you had no problem getting a $19 million now. And then if you go in the base of the season and you go into the draft, this is a decent draft for quarterbacks. It's not just 1 or 2 guys like it was. Well, really, one guy as we've seen so far, which is Wentz.
Right.
If you really look at the draft from this year, the quarterback position, it's 2 guys. One was in the 4th round, Prescott, and then you have Wentz. Golf is not even in the picture.
That's just puzzling. I would love to be a fly on the wall to understand why he's not even. Yes, he's dressed.
He has to
dressed, but
he dressed, but he's not ready.
What is it?
What you see Wentz doing is calling out, reading the defenses, calling out protections, killing the call,
Yes.
going to an audible. Golf has never. I can't fault Golf for not knowing how to do it.
And you know
he
what?
never had to
And
do
you
it
know
at
what?
Cal.
I'm glad you said that because I think that's the problem now, and I think we talked about it, and I talked to someone else about it.
Right.
How the spread offense has ruined these quarterbacks going into the NFL.
Yes.
A lot of them aren't ready, and I think Neil MVP talked about it. A lot of these quarterbacks aren't transitioning right because of this spread offense.
Yes. And where like we talked about before, like it's like you don't want to have the truest quarterback play the position.
Right.
You want to have the best athlete.
Right. Right.
You know? And then,
right.
and you see it now. Speaking of the best athlete,
okay,
there's no doubt in my mind after what I came and I predicted on this show last week.
What was that?
That Florida State and Dalvin Cook, who still doesn't have a 100-yard rushing game, will go into Louisville and show them what's up. Well, boy.
You was wrong.
I was mistaken.
And what I say to you about Jackson?
You said Lamar Jackson
is a bad man. He's a bad dude. I mean, like
Stephen A. Smith.
That's what he said. He's a bad man. I mean, like seriously, I think Lamar. I mean, and listen, it is still early, but I mean, he's a phenom right now. I mean,
we're going to get our answer in 2 weeks.
Right, we are. Well, next week.
Listen,
8 o'clock prime time.
8 o'clock
I will be there.
Louisville, Clemson. Is it in Clemson?
I have to double check.
I think it is in Clemson. Clemson.
I mean, and I think that's great because you want to see Deshaun Watson
right.
front stage, and you want to see his kid Jackson front stage.
But see, Jackson really doesn't have anything else but him. I mean, he has something, but what I mean by that is, if you look at Deshaun Watson, you look at Clemson and that defense. Now they did lose a lot of players. They lost Shaq Lawson, a couple years ago.
I mean, over the last
right.
two years, they lost 7 to 10
right.
guys that are in the NFL right now.
They lost Kevin Dodd.
Right.
You know what I mean? So they lost some players, but overall, it's a better program at Clemson.
Oh, recruiting. I mean, Dabo Swinney has done an excellent job with recruiting. I mean, it's just, I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, if Saban somehow retires or somehow makes a move in Alabama, you can see your next Alabama coach with Dabo Swinney. But he's done a miraculous job over there. But I just think coming into this game, the way Louisville played against Florida State,
right.
and not only did they play, they waxed them. Let's just be honest. Let's keep it real. They waxed them. And I think when we were talking,
right.
I taped it, and you was like, you were right. And I turned the game on. I fast forward. I was watching it behind, and I couldn't believe that it was 45 to 10.
Right.
And just the fact that they poured on. No one expected that. No one called that.
Right.
So that's just interesting. Very interesting.
And also, as you talk about injuries, there's one we left out.
Okay.
And that was the Garoppolo injury with the shoulder.
Yes.
And guess who hit him?
Kiki. Me Kiko.
And you see, he's all over the field for the Dolphins this year.
Well, I'm going to disagree with you on that. There's reports. I have an insider out in the Miami area. Shout out to my buddy Ben Torok out there in Miami, Florida. There's some type of reports that they're not happy with Maxwell and Kiko. Shout out to Howie Roseman, the man right now.
And we'll get into a little bit more.
Definitely get into that.
I told you on this show, and I've been on record, never bet against the hoodie.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, this past Thursday, I bet against the hoodie, and I've learned my lesson. I will not do that ever again.
Well, you heard what Michael Irvin said.
What's that?
He said on TV, if Belichick wins this game, he said they need to change the Lombardi Trophy to Belichick.
Because they're
honestly,
their starting offensive line is still not there, and you play the Romeo Crennel defense, who's known to be tough, with J.J. Watt, with Davion Clowney,
it's
with McKinney.
Yeah.
So you have studs on the defensive side. You got Jonathan Joseph, Kareem Jackson, the other boy from Wake Forest, their first-round draft pick last year.
Kevin Johnson, right?
So you had, and then they put up 27 points.
I mean,
now the fumbles killed them.
Yeah, the fumbles, that was big.
Fumbles killed them.
It was like 3, right?
Two. It was 2. Both on kickoffs.
Both scored them.
Charles James, who you remember, he was a Sox superstar.
Yes, he was.
Last year's.
Last
year's
Hard Knocks.
Hard Knocks,
absolutely.
And then you had, I think it was Carey or Washington, or number 34, who fumbled the other one.
Yes.
Those are just killers. And then you got LeGarrette Blount. Just running.
Yeah, but the thing is, they couldn't. And okay, and Osweiler's getting a lot of. He's getting a lot of. Oh, they were on him about this.
I didn't know his release was that long.
It's long. See. And here's the thing. I used to watch, and a lot of people out there. I don't know if you get a chance. Watch those late games, like those late 10 o'clock games. You get a lot of players out there that's going in the NFL. That you get a lot of nuggets out there.
Right.
And I used to watch him a lot in the Arizona State games.
Right.
And I would notice. I said, man, his delivery's like really
it
long.
Looks like it takes forever.
Really? And the thing is with him, man, it's just like I feel bad for him because, listen, if somebody offers you $60 million, you're gonna take it, right?
Yeah.
So that's what he did. He took it. I mean,
that $18 million. I think they'll be all right. I didn't like the full. There's no. I didn't like Bill O'Brien's game plan going.
Yeah, I mean, like he's too predictable. Like they run the ball, and then on third and short, you're throwing a bomb. Like, that doesn't make sense.
Well, also, and the thing is, you knew they was playing you in zone heavy. It was only rushing
heavy,
right? I didn't see any screen passes.
Nothing.
No quick wide receiver.
There's no fluidity in the offense. It was
so Belichick, and then the other beast, the mini monster, the mini hoodie, Matt DiPatricia.
Listen, man, he's got to get some. I know last year he didn't.
I think he
rejected a couple.
I think he's rejecting it because he wants that job. He wants that fluid transition, and I think Robert Kraft wants the fluid transition to go from Belichick
protege to
DiPatricia, and then hopefully Josh McDaniels will stay. If he doesn't, I'm pretty sure they got another guy waiting.
Oh, of course.
And as long as you got number 12 back there, but like we talked about it last week, when Brady leaves, Belichick leaves. I think they have to go hand to hand. But even with that being said, by Brady being out now, and now this is really you're seeing the success and the skill set of Belichick. And what he could do, and how he could game plan, and make it a chameleon from week to week to week. And plus, because Jacoby Brissett got hurt.
I mean, it's amazing. I mean, but it's amazing to see you're plugging people in.
Yes.
The system is so set up to where it's set to a T. You're plugging people in, you're getting the same results. It's the coach. It's the coach. I mean, listen, I don't like the Patriots. I think they've cheated in the past. I'm documented about that.
Right.
But you gotta give him his kudos. I mean, he's just one of the I say top 5 coaches ever. Greatest coaches ever. He's got to be.
He's in the top. He's in the top.
And this year, he just really. I mean,
he's showing
the writing's on the wall of everything what he's doing. You know. So.
And for me, it's the complete opposite. If we take it from the East Coast to the West Coast.
Okay.
Another team that's been somewhat of a mini dynasty has only won one Super Bowl.
Okay.
But went to another one who the Patriots actually beat 2 years ago.
Nice transition. I like that.
And that's the Seahawks. What in the world is going on? Darrell Bevell, I don't know what you're doing. Jimmy Graham is out there. You went from 2 years ago, Jimmy Graham being him and Rob Gronkowski, number 1 and number 1A tight ends in the league. So now Jimmy Graham has no value whatsoever in fantasy or in real football. They're not even using him on the field whatsoever. Russell Wilson's running around there trying to make it and do it himself.
Right. Well, I think that ankle injury is really big. It's hampering them.
But and they are banged up because Baldwin's banged up, Lockett's banged up. But when you go into L.A. and then
3 points.
Lose. You only scored. It's not even the fact that you only scored 3,
just a fact.
But you lose to a team who didn't even score a touchdown.
Didn't even score a touchdown.
That's what's so upsetting to me. It's like, and then through 2 games, you only have 1 offensive touchdown. You can't move the ball.
Well, and we both discussed this, and a lot of it is, and you may have a great point. I'll bring that up in 2 seconds. But I think the line is trash.
They should have never made the trade with Max Unger, man.
I don't understand the Unger trade and then the O'Con leaving and going to Denver. Those 2 things right there was huge. And I just think they just don't have any type of nucleus. And like you said, Unger was big. That was big. That's your anchor of that offense. So I mean, you lose him.
Pro Bowl center. He's hard to find.
Exactly. And then also, and you made a great point. And I thought about it. I said, yeah, that is a good point. What about trading for Alshon Jeffrey? What about getting a playmaker in there? You're not using the tight end Graham correctly. So I think this is the last year for Bevel.
And see, the thing is,
I think he's done.
Just to piggyback, I think Bevel does need to move on.
Absolutely.
I think people who Bevel was getting offensive, was not just getting offensive coordinator looks, was getting head coaching looks. He was based off of, but it's really like, okay, Russell Wilson, you and the Pips go out there, you run around and make plays.
He said the Pips. That's funny.
You see what I'm saying? Really, it's like Russell Wilson and the Pips. But as I spoke, as he posted on the Philly Sports Guys Facebook page, should the Seahawks trade for Alshon Jeffrey? And it's 2 things why I want to say that, and we'll wrap up quickly too. I know we got to take a break soon. Might be up against it. But trading for Alshon Jeffrey, I think you can get it for the cheap. He's on the franchise tag, but you put him in a situation like Seattle.
What are you saying, like a 4th rounder, 5th rounder?
I would even probably give up a 3rd.
Well, he's franchise, so you probably got to give a little more, right?
I'll probably give up a 3rd and a
4th, and then maybe a conditional 5 the following 18. Yeah, 2018.
So, and John Schneider is a good GM. He's proven that. He's found talent deep in the draft. But I would definitely do that because that would then open it up not just for Thomas Rawls, C.J. Prosise, Christine Michael Sr.
Right.
But also, Christian Michael Sr. I think.
Right, Christian Michael Sr.
But it'll also open up things for Doug Baldwin, who is not a true number 1.
I like him, man. I mean, I like him, but I don't know, but I don't agree with that. I think. Well, okay, yeah, you know what? He is a 2. He is a 2.
I mean, but
if you bring in a Jeffrey with Doug Baldwin, and then if you finally figure out if you can finally figure out how to get Graham
involved, that's the beauty of it. If you bring in Jeffrey, you get him on the cheap, and you get him from a team who's not going anywhere,
right? And who was trying to fire sell the people.
That's right. Yeah, pretty much. Right. So then you put him on that offense. It'll open up things for Graham underneath the middle, seam routes. Imagine Jeffrey and Graham running a go route at the same time. And then you got Tyler Lockett from Kansas State.
That's trouble.
Who's a speedster.
But what about your line though? That's the problem. And we're actually against it right now. So we got a break. Don't we? Got a break, right?
Yeah, we're gonna break. On the other side, Absolutely. We're gonna recap Monday Night Football. Talk about from both aspects where the Bears at and where the Eagles are. And then you already know what time it is. Philly Sports Guys. We're here. Rock with us. We'll be back. I'm Pete. This is Aaron. Stay with us.
Family, stay with us, please.
Saving your business money is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Tanker Consulting Services, a payment solutions expert, will show you how with a free, detailed, written analysis illustrating your cost savings. We usually uncover savings between 10 and 25%, and sometimes more. We can help your business succeed by providing reliable and secure merchant payment solutions such as merchant services programs, point-of-sale systems, and ATM machines. TCS, one of the leaders in regional credit card processing consulting, offers electronic payments to merchants locally and nationwide through our preferred vendor programs. We work to keep business costs down with a comprehensive suite of quality products, services, and customized credit card processing programs exclusively tailored for your company. TCS is convenient, reliable, and innovative, with customer service available 24/7, 365 days a year. Our in-depth industry knowledge, partnership strategy, and innovative processing solutions allow for a specialized approach to providing merchant bank processing with 100% full fee disclosure. TCS is one-stop shopping for all your merchant services solutions. Our clients save money 100% of the time. Trust Tanker Consulting Services, the knowledgeable, professional, and friendly provider of secure payment services. We set the standard by which others are measured. Call now for a free written analysis. 609-922-0201.
Today's show is sponsored by Hargrove Demolition, your demolition experts. Hargrove is a family-owned and operated business right here in the southern New Jersey area, bringing you 45 years of demolition expertise. Hargrove has all your demolition needs, from emergency demolition service to demolition equipment rental. Hargrove is one of the state-approved recycling facilities right here in the southern New Jersey area. No job is too big or too small for Hargrove Demolition. Contact them today at one of their 3 locations.
When it's time for Jersey Mike's to give a sub some sizzle, this is the way. The way it's always been. The way it always should be. The way it always will be. Because that's just the way it's supposed to be. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
If you haven't been to Speed Raceway, what are you waiting for? You want to live fast? You want to make every second count? Then grab the family. Round up the guys. Speed Raceway is 100,000 square feet of excitement, whether you're a kid or a kid at heart. Speed Raceway is the place for endless fun all summer long. Log on to speedraceway.com or just get here now.
When we make Beyond Natural dry dog and cat foods, we start with real meat as the first ingredient. We leave out corn, wheat, and soy. And we own where our dry food is made. 100%. Can other brands say all that? For nutrition you can trust and your pet will enjoy. Does your food go beyond? Learn more at purinabeyond.com.
Extra Innings is the nation's premier indoor baseball and softball training center, featuring indoor batting cages, 7 multi-use tunnels, and training rooms. Extra Innings can provide professional instruction, private and group lessons, and the best year-round clinics. Along with a nationally recognized pro shop that features the latest and widest selection of equipment and apparel, our experienced staff can provide you with the right instruction and help you find the best equipment for your ability and budget. Extra Innings, where the game never ends.
Today's show has been sponsored by More Than Gifts. Come see our new location in Marlton, New Jersey. Not just gifts, but more.
Welcome back. As you can see, I switched it up. No more Jersey.
Change it up a little bit.
As we get into the Eagles talk, I felt it was only right to put Weapon X on.
Right, Weapon X.
Weapon X.
First Battle Hall of Fame, I'm thinking this year.
Yeah.
You should get in, to squeeze in.
Yeah.
But you know what, we didn't quite. There's one thing we did miss out of Buffalo.
Oh yeah.
You know, and you and I have talked about what's the over/under of him getting fired, because as the reports are reporting right now, it's not a good situation right now, as you know, and you and I talked about it.
Right.
The owner met with Rex Ryan. Actually, I'm sorry, the team rather. They had a team meeting without Rex Ryan. And, you know, as we both know, this happened last year in Philly, kind of a similar situation, where Jeffrey Lloyd met with the team, and then, let's say 4 weeks later, Chip Kelly was gone.
Now, I'm on record as saying, as we talked before, that I think he's going to make it through at least the second half of the season. Maybe not.
What game?
I can't give you, because
just a guesstimation.
Honestly, if it keeps going, like that loss to Buffalo, to the Jets, wasn't that bad. It wasn't the offense, it was the defense. And I'm saying he's a defensive-minded coach. So, I mean, I'm going to give him to week 12. Week 12. If he makes it past week 12, I think he's not going to get fired. If he does, it'll be in the offseason.
I would have to double-check their bye week. I think it's late from what I understand, but I'm going to say week 10.
Because you have to understand, not this week, not this Sunday. I think next week they play New England.
Which is a loss.
Which is a loss.
Which is definitely a loss.
Where is the game at?
Offhand, I believe it's New England.
You believe it's New England.
And I think offhand, I'll double check after the break. That's Tom Brady's first game. No?
He comes back after.
After that, okay.
His first game back, and I'm gonna tell you this. I looked at the schedule. His first game back is against Cleveland. You bet anything in the world on the Patriots. Put the house on the Patriots.
Cleveland has the worst luck of the world. Not only do you
do it to themselves, though.
I know they do it to themselves. I mean, not only do you lose your quarterback, your first quarterback, RG3. Not only do you lose McCown, Josh McCown. Yeah. Okay, now you're your third starter, right?
And 3 weeks.
And don't get me wrong. Let's keep in mind they lost their rookie wide receiver. Who was leading?
Was a fantasy beast for me.
Who was a fantasy beast for everybody? Coleman.
Well, 1 week. He was a fantasy beast 1 week.
Was it Corey Coleman? Corey Coleman.
He had 95 yards, 2 touchdowns in the first quarter.
And on top of that, and let's keep in mind, and which I thought was funny, which is weird, which is true. There were 6 scouts, and I don't know if you knew this.
They fired all the scouts.
They fired all 6 scouts that wanted Carson Wentz. That's crazy. And now you're playing Tom Brady on his first game.
But hold up. You know what they're in, what they're trying to win? That Deshaun sweepstakes. They're trying to win that Deshaun.
Yeah, they're taking for Deshaun.
But ultimately, as I stated, put this on, we'll talk about some Eagles.
Okay.
There's another team who, whether they wanted to or not, has also entered the Deshaun sweepstakes.
Who would that be?
The
Bears.
The Bears.
The Bears. Well, I mean, you know what? I can see that happening, but honestly, from a marketing standpoint, I would fall in love with Deshaun Kaiser.
Right, that's
for Notre Dame.
I told you this,
and you said that.
I said if the draft was to happen right now, Deshaun Kaiser would go ahead of Deshaun Watson.
Whew.
Because of the fact that you look at Deshaun Kaiser in the pocket, he's composed, he's precise. Sound. So, and this is the one thing.
He's more sound.
If recruits have learned, if scouts have learned, and even draft experts has learned going into this year, everybody touted Goff better than Wentz because Goff came from more prolific or a more school that was well known, a bigger
tougher schedule,
better competition. But look, when you look at the pro game, what you have to be adept to do for a skill set is be able to call out protection, be able to read defenses somewhat. Now, obviously, Carson Wentz being a rookie, he's going to run into some troubles. It's not always going to be like this for the first 2 games, and that may start tomorrow,
And
we'll get into
We'll get into that.
But now it should go back to what can this guy do? What is his skill set, and how is it going to translate to an NFL level?
So you're saying Kaiser's more? You feel like
Kaiser
right now,
will have
Kaiser's more ready.
He's more ready.
Okay, I can agree with that.
So that's what I'm saying. So when you look at the teams right now that are 0-2 who are in the Deshaun sweepstakes. Like I said, we're going to be Deshaun XXXX.
Either or, right?
Either or. I believe College is going to go first, and I can see Chicago because Jay Cutler's not going to be there next year.
No, he's going.
The Jay Cutler area.
How sad is this? Just
yes.
I mean, just being a Chicago Bears. I know we got to move forward, but I mean, just being a Chicago Bears fan and just experiencing Cutler, 8 years of dealing with him, I couldn't imagine it.
And nobody's questioning his toughness. I heard people question his toughness of why he left the game. He tore ligaments in his thumb. He's going to be out 2 to 3 weeks. He had surgery already. I think if he didn't have surgery, he's scheduled to have surgery.
There's just a negative step. There's a stigma about him because I think
he's this era's Jeff George.
Yeah,
all the time.
That's a great point. I think after that game, that playoff game, the championship game against the Packers.
Yes.
It really just put a negative disdain with everyone as far as how he is. And the faces on the sideline, and the faces in the big game, he's sitting there with that, and they say the Cutler face. I think
he's a hate the face.
Yeah, hate the face guy.
Him, Sidney Crosby, they hate the faces. Like
you just they hate the face guys. They hate the face guys.
So for me, as far as the takeaway from Monday night, as I stated last week, I said I think this game is a game for the defense and the running game to shine. Still no running game, but the defense shined the brightest.
Yes.
The defense shined the brightest. Doug Peterson came out in the first half, single back set, so John Fox couldn't disguise the blitzes. So Carson, they made everything easy for Carson to see his reads and go through his progressions and see who he's going to go to first, real quick throws, and move down the field. Now it was 9-7 at the end of the half.
Right.
You know,
little slow start.
The one big jump ball, which, listen, Corey Unlin and Jim Schwartz, you need to get together. Our secondary needs to be able to find the ball in the air.
Yeah, they got to work on that. They have to do some drills, and that's a great point. They have to do some drills and find the ball because, to be honest with you, listen, we're going against one of the top 3 wide receivers this week, who we will be talking about, Antonio Brown. And
top 3? Boy's a problem.
He's a problem, man. I mean, and you know what? I was a little biased because Pittsburgh Steelers, you know, we got that big brother, little brother thing.
Right.
But he's a bad dude, man. And I just running the way he runs his routes and everything is crazy. Right. But to piggyback off what you were saying regarding the game, it was excellent that he came out. Dougie P, as I call him, had the no huddle, basically offense, spreading everyone out, getting everyone involved. I love that. Like you said, the defense, we got to work on finding the ball for sure. Got to work on that.
I like the fact that they did end up getting Ryan Matthews involved. I don't want to see Sproles used like that again, that much as heavy as
I was getting ready to say that. I
like the fact
Sproles
they mixed it up with the zones coverage. Brandon Graham looks like he's playing on fire.
Yes, he is.
Number ranked defensive end in Pro Football Focus.
Okay.
Villanueva. No, not Villanueva. Villau, the one who forced the fumble. Villau, who forced the fumble on Jay Cutler. Now you're starting to see depth come off.
Rookie from Oregon State.
Now Villanueva, he's the starting left tackle for Pittsburgh.
Yes.
So who was the defensive end? Went 3 times in Afghanistan. So, but as far as Monday night's game, we're all happy with the outcome. If you look, they scored 29 points both weeks, week 1, week 2, with different ways of doing it. Mainly defense. I don't like the fact that special teams gave up the punt.
Yeah, that was
touchdown to Eddie Royal.
Yeah,
because, and I'm pretty sure Dave Phipp is going to turn into him for that.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, Donnie Jones shouldn't have kicked it in the middle of the field. But my biggest thing is kind of 1A and 1B. One goes to Carson Wentz is being that, listen, kid, you got to learn how to take hits and when not to take hits. And you heard, and the one. We all talked about the one that it was called back.
Going out of bounds.
We're going out of bounds.
And then Pearl it back into traffic. And Trevathan just put the lick on him.
The Jarrell Freeman direct blitz where the offensive line didn't pick it up. And he took that hit, knocked him off his feet. He went parallel to the ground.
I got a little nervous. I thought that was kind of a little to that Tampa Bay hit. I thought it was the same thing. You know?
But you see he was on the ground looking to see if he completed the pass, and you see it get called back. So the kid, he wants it. It's just you got to know be smarter about it. And then when he ran the ball, then I think he tried to jump
pass, like a little jump pass.
No, not the jump pass where he's actually carrying it. And he tried to. I don't know if he tried to hurdle, but he got flipped.
Yes.
Flipped upside down.
Yes.
So Carson had to do a better job with that. Doug Peterson and Frank Wright. Listen, you traded for DGB for a reason. It's 2 weeks. You're 2 for 2 in the red zone, running a fade to the wrong damn receiver. First week you ran the fade to Jordan Matthews. Second week you ran the fade to the near side with Nelson Aguilar.
Right.
There's a reason why he's 6'5".
6'5", 240.
Most corners are 5'11", 5'10", to 6'1", 6'2" at the most. That's a 3-inch height. That's his standard. No, I'm talking about jumping.
Not even jumping.
He can high point the ball.
And he's physical.
He's physical. So if one play last year for Tennessee, I think he caught a skinny post over the middle, went through 2 defenders, and took it to the house.
Right.
So listen, coming into this game, preview for the Steelers real quick. They do play the run very, very well, the Steelers do. They've only given up 100 yards in 2 combined games to both Cincinnati and to Washington. But they're not getting pressure on the quarterback. Last year they had 48-6, which is a lot. This year they only have 1, which came on a scramble. So with this team this week, this is where I think DGB can shine because, look, I don't think Tracy Porter's, I think he's a little older. They have a couple rookies out there, second-year players. I don't think they have any corners that are over 6 foot.
William, the only one they have that that really comes to mind for me is William Gay. I mean, he's just an average cornerback rather. But other than that, no. But to piggyback off everything you're saying, I think the first thing we need to do, run the ball wise. Now, as we talked about it, your carries. I looked at the carries, and Sproles had 12 carries. Matthews had 9 carries. They need to flip it. Sproles needs to have about 7 to 8 carries. Matthews needs to have about 15 carries a game. The form is this: Matthews 15, Sproles 7, Smallwood 3 to 4, and then Barner 3 to 4. That's got to be the form every single week. Well, at first I thought that, but then I want to preserve him for the year because as you know, Matthews has a long history of being hurt a lot. So let's kind of condense it, get everyone involved, give Matthews about 15 to 16 carries a game. So I think going into this game against Pittsburgh, we need to run the ball, of course, and like you said, we need to get DGB involved in the red zone. But I honestly think we have to just keep Wentz protected. You know, as you said before, him not getting down.
We need to protect him. He needs to protect himself, but sometimes we need to protect.
We got to protect
him from himself.
Exactly, and him not. And with these thoroughbreds out there, these linebackers, the Shazier guys, and
Timmons,
Jarvis Jones, Timmons, those guys out there, they are thoroughbreds. So we got to be careful in this game and be smart.
So listen, we got to take a quick break. When we come back on the other side, we're really going to delve into tomorrow's game, Pittsburgh, and then Philly, Steelers, Eagles. Steelers haven't won here in over 50 years. Doesn't mean they won't win tomorrow. So I'll get into it a little bit more. I know Aaron to give you his perspective. Yes. And together as a whole, we're the Philly Sports Guys. Thank you for rocking with us. Stick with us. We'll come back. You know, Radio Vision Network all day.
Sub some sizzle. This is the way. The way it's always been. The way it always should be. The way it always will be. Because that's just the way it's supposed to be. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Simply Gents, located in Marlton, New Jersey, takes care of all your grooming needs, including haircuts, straight razor shaves, massages, facials, manicures, pedicures, and waxing. To find more information or book an appointment, visit us online at www.simplygents.com. The secret weapon of a well-groomed man, Simply Gents.
If you haven't been to Speed Raceway, what are you waiting for? You want to live fast? You want to make every second count? Then grab the family. Round up the guys. Speed Raceway is 100,000 square feet of excitement, whether you're a kid or a kid at heart. Speed Raceway is the place for endless fun all summer long. Log on to speedraceway.com or just get here now.
When it's time for Jersey Mike's to make a really great sub, this is what we do. It's what we've been doing. It's what we've always done. It's what we'll always do. So what are you doing? Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Today's show was brought to you by Alicia Kelly of White Horse RV Center in Williamstown, New Jersey. Alicia is your RV expert. Contact Alicia at alicia@whitehorserv.com or give her a call at 856-262-1717, extension 203. When you think of RV, think Alicia Kelly.
Today's show has been sponsored by Farmers Insurance in Voorhees, New Jersey. To protect your assets and the people you love, call Mike Skoranek, your local Farmers Insurance agent, at 856-336-2553.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Thing is, I say this strategy wise.
Right.
You man-to-man everyone except for AB. You have some help over the top with the AB because AB's a problem.
Yeah.
But like you said, they're going to try to attack the middle field. Mm-hmm. They're going to try to expose some of our linebackers. But I think if we can just get to Ben, man, with those front four, which is excellent. We got a great front four. But if we can get to him, then we'll be fine.
Right. And that's the thing. It's like once you get to him, that's part one.
Yeah.
Part two is getting to him and getting him down. Because we all see him make plays with people hanging on his feet.
You got to wrap him up. You got to like that. There's a new drill now. A lot of teams are doing this. It's called a crocodile roll. When you grab the quarterback, when you grab certain players, you got to grab him and then you got to roll.
But it's not even grabbing him in his lower base. I think you have to grab him up top and pin his arms so he can't move. Because he's so big. He's so big
and strong.
He's so big. But listen, we're up against it real quick. On the other side, we'll come back. We'll wrap up this game. There's a couple more things I want to hit on real quick, talking about this game. And then, look, we got to preview some stuff.
We got a YTG today for you guys, people's family.
Someone has nominated thy head for the chopping block. YGTG. So listen, we'll be back on Pete. This is Aaron for the Sports Guy Radio Vision Network. Stick with us.
Today's show is sponsored by Hardgrove Demolition, your demolition experts. Hardgrove is a family-owned and operated business right here in the southern New Jersey area, bringing you 45 years of demolition expertise. Hardgrove has all your demolition needs, from emergency demolition service to demolition equipment rental. Hardgrove is one of the state-approved recycling facilities right here in the southern New Jersey area. No job is too big or too small for Hardgrove Demolition. Contact them today at one of their 3 locations.
When it's time for Jersey Mike's to give a sub some sizzle, this is the way. The way it's always been. The way it always should be. The way it always will be. Because that's just the way it's supposed to be. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
If you haven't been to Speed Raceway, what are you waiting for? You want to live fast? You want to make every second count? Then grab the family. Round up the guys. Speed Raceway is 100,000 square feet of excitement, whether you're a kid or a kid at heart. Speed Raceway is the place for endless fun all summer long. Log on to speedraceway.com or just get here now.
When we make Beyond Natural dry dog and cat foods, we start with real meat as the first ingredient. We leave out corn, wheat, and soy. And we own where our dry food is made. 100%. Can other brands say all that? For nutrition you can trust and your pet will enjoy. Does your food go beyond? Learn more at purinabeyond.com.
Extra Innings is the nation's premier indoor baseball and softball training center, featuring indoor batting cages, 7 multi-use tunnels, and training rooms. Extra Innings can provide professional instruction, private and group lessons, and the best year-round clinics. Along with a nationally recognized pro shop that features the latest and widest selection of equipment and apparel, our experienced staff can provide you with the right instruction and help you find the best equipment for your ability and budget. Extra Innings, where the game never ends.
Today's show has been sponsored by More Than Gifts. Come see our new location in Marlton, New Jersey. Not just gifts, but more.
Can you hear that? Can you hear? Wow.
As you saw, you know what time it is in the segment. It's You Got to Go.
Now, I don't know if did they get to hear Sister Gertrude Covington do that?
I don't know if y'all noticed it. I don't know if y'all know who Sister Gertrude Covington. Go ahead and give it to him.
Well, I don't want to give it out, but Sister Gertrude Covington made a cameo out there. So shout out to Sister Gertrude Covington out there. I don't want to give it too much.
But go ahead and hit it with it one time.
Nah, I ain't gonna hit it one time. I ain't gonna hit it.
Just hit it with one time.
I ain't gonna hit it for him. We'll say that for another day. We'll say it for another day.
Listen, well, since you see this little walkway right here, we're gonna ask Bart Scott. Can you come to the front of the congregation?
Come to the front of the congregation, please, sir.
And lay thy head on the chopping block. as you said, Carson Wentz is the JV. That's all they play. He's fool's gold. And then it's not so much that. Look, bro, you're entitled to that. But then you get paid to do this. Now, we out here, we rocking with y'all. But listen, we do this out of passion. We're not doing this out of monetary funds. Not yet.
Right.
Not yet. But hit up Radio Vision Network if you want our services. We available to book right now. You know what I mean? We available to book right now.
I just don't. I mean, I understand. Everyone has their own opinion, and you have your thoughts and all. But just to come out and just say that, just like,
yeah, right.
I mean, give a guy a break. I mean,
right.
just come out and say he's playing JV.
When you get paid to give your opinion, you want to make sure your facts is right. Now, I have no problem with what you said until you got to the point where you said they played 4-3 defenses.
That's what he said, 4-3.
And
you looked it up. What was they playing, 3-4?
They was playing 3-4 because he kept saying Pittsburgh going to give it to him because they played 3-4. Carson Wentz did what he did, 2-3-4 defenses, Bart Scott. Now, listen, I understand on the field, you was an adrenaline-driven quarterback. You said some stupid stuff as a player.
And they can't wait? That's what he said? They can't wait?
Can't wait.
I can't wait. That was
I don't know what y'all did in that game. It's been so long ago since the Jets has been relevant. You know what I mean? I'm not, look, Mike Greenberg, any other Jets fans out there, I'm not, no disrespect to y'all. I'm just saying, y'all have been relevant for a while.
Right.
But with that being said, Bart Scott, get your information right, brother. And listen, I'm getting piggyback off of that.
Right.
Because everything is, I don't think we've had this important of a game early in the season for Eagles fans in a long time, and the expectations, how much has changed in the last 3 weeks. I told you this.
Absolutely.
They have a decent shot to win the game. And one of the two factors is the link is going to be rocking.
Absolutely.
The link is going to be rocking Sunday. And then no one expects us to win this game.
No one.
It's a difference in saying you have a shot and then actually expecting you to win the game. There's something to be said with Carson Wentz is playing. He's playing with house money right now. Doug Peters is playing with house money. This is the guy who was looked over. Why did we hire him? How did he get the job?
Right.
He's not qualified. He's proven to you, like, look, there's no pressure on the Eagles.
No pressure.
There's pressure on the Eagles. At the worst,
no pressure at all.
At the worst, they're still going to be in contention in their own division.
In a bad division, even though the Giants are 2-0,
right.
The Redskins are 0-2 and could be 0-3, and the Cowboys are 1-1. So, like you said, I agree with you.
Yes.
We're in a no pressure situation. Eagles fans, the sky's the limit right now.
All the pressure is on Pittsburgh.
Yeah, the sky's the limit right now. We're in a good situation, and again, this is tomorrow the barometer to see where we are. How far are we from being where we need to be? Right. So tomorrow is going to be a great day for us, win or lose or draw.
It's great just to be in this position, to be proud. I heard a lot of fans talk that, look, we're actually proud to say this is Philadelphia football. We're getting back to that branded defense. And last year, I was talking to one of my colleagues at work. Last year, people were saying, I don't really identify with anybody on this team. Listen, you can just tell how much a coaching regime change takes effect, and just the scheme change takes effect, because these are the same players for the most part that were here last year.
Right.
That you see their personalities come out and they really allowed this to be themselves. You look at the Brandon Graham. You know what I mean? You look at the Fletcher Cox.
Vinny Curry.
You know what I mean? Doing the dances.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Now I understand Nigel Bradley's a new addition.
Yes.
But you see him and his interception.
Rodney McLeod.
Yes. Oh my God, he's
a beast. I mean,
if he catch Antonio Brown clean,
it's a wrap.
Now that's
right.
And I've heard this. I have Steelers fans in my family who are concerned because
why they concerned?
Because through the first 2 games, what this Eagle defense has done, people been getting hurt.
People get hurt.
People ain't even making it through the games.
And the one thing I like about it, what you're saying with this regime is, it's a lunch pail atmosphere.
Yes.
It's a lunch pail atmosphere.
Bring your lunch pail to work every day.
Let's fight hard together. Let's fight hard together. We're going to hit you hard in the mouth. We're going to play good defense, and we're going to play good offense. And this is right now, this is what we always wanted for Philly football. We had it before. Right. We went away from it for 3 years. We did. But now it's back. And to see it right now is excellent.
Right. I think it's going to be a close game in the fourth quarter. I also think that if you watch some of the Steelers games,
right,
towards the end of the game, what they do with Antonio Brown, they run a lot of pick plays.
A lot of pick plays.
A lot of pick plays. A lot of rubs. They do it. They don't like doing it with the wide receivers, but they'll do it with a fullback coming out the backfield. So, and then hopefully Doug Peterson and Jim Schwartz have called that out, and they'll speak to the referee and the official crew.
Right. So they can be aware of what's going on.
Because I would hate for it to come down to a play where the referees missed. And I hope it's on the level playing field.
It'd be a crucial part where we could lose the game off it.
Now, in 2008, the last time the Steelers came to the link, Big Ben got sacked 8 times.
Was that the game where Weapon X, he was a superhero, he was in the air? Was that the one? Flew in the air?
Jaquay Parker had 2 sacks.
Yeah, 2 sacks.
So it was players that weren't even... And now you look at it now, the defensive line rotation, it's like, look, man, I don't care who you are as a quarterback on what level. If you keep getting hit, that gets in your head. It may not. You may bounce back from the next week.
It gets in your psyche. It gets in your psyche, and that's what we said. If we can just get to Big Ben on a regular basis, even if we don't sack him, even if we just keep hitting him, he's gonna start. I mean, it's natural. You're gonna start thinking about those hits.
Right. I want somebody to hit D'Angelo Williams and remind him you a 33-year-old running back, bro.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, he's balling. He's balling right now. I mean,
pink hair though.
I gotta give him his props with the pink hair.
He's balling. So we've been on record to say I think it's gonna be 27-24,
23-26,
23-27,
23-27.
Steelers win, which I'm fine with, man.
Right.
Because look, after this week you got the bye.
Right.
You got the bye, and then you come in and you come back. You got Detroit. So
Also, real quick. We will be finding out a little more about Lane Johnson.
Yes.
The
October 4th.
You know what I mean? It's. I'm hoping that maybe some way somehow they can reduce the games, but it's probably looking like a 10 game suspension. 10 game, right. Now going forward, you know, they need to figure out what they're going to do.
Big V, man.
Who? Big V?
Big V out of TCU.
You think he's ready? I don't know, man. I just don't want to see. I don't want to see Allen Barbie, man, at tackle.
But Barbie,
I don't want to see that.
Barbie's been playing good at guard. You can see that the offensive line and the coaches they have shown the ability to coach people up.
That is true.
They have shown the people to coach people up. So hopefully you coach up. You had the bye week, so you have time to get prepared.
That is very true.
I will say this in closing.
Okay.
In closing, if we win tomorrow,
it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. Listen, folks gonna be jumping off the bridge. They're gonna be jumping off the regular bridge.
With this one.
Jumping out the window. We're going to the Super Bowl. But people, listen. Let's
temper that.
Let's just
enjoy it for what it is right now.
Relax, as Aaron Rodgers said. Just relax. Take one game at a time.
Yes.
The sky's the limit. We got a quarterback finally.
Yes.
Which we haven't had in a while.
Yes.
Everything's looking bright. Let's just keep it simple. Keep it level-headed. That's all.
Yes. So listen, we're about to get out of here. Make sure y'all watch college football today. I think it's a couple big games: Georgia versus Auburn.
Yes. Wisconsin versus Michigan State.
Wisconsin versus Michigan State. Penn State, Michigan.
Texas A&M and Arkansas, I believe, tonight.
Yes. No.
9? Or is that?
9. That's one game. But listen, premier game. Heisman hopeful Leonard Fournette. I think his name is
LSU. Auburn.
LSU and Ole Miss.
No, it's LSU and Auburn tonight.
No, it's Ole Miss.
Promise you.
Isn't it? I think it's Ole Miss.
That's next week.
That's next week. I'm ahead of myself.
You're ahead of yourself. It's okay though. You got LSU and Auburn. Watch that tonight. It's gonna be a good one.
Okay. That kind of takes a little fun out of it because I thought it was gonna be LSU Ole Miss.
You did.
All right, this is Fade to Black. I'm sad now.
You sad?
Enjoy your Saturday, people.
Hey, listen, people, enjoy the game tomorrow. 4:25. CBS. Where you watching the game at?
I don't know, man.
You really sad over that. You're really fading black over that. Why?
Just cause. But no, 4:25 tomorrow. Watch the game. Phil Nance, Phil Sims, and Jim Nance.
Okay.
Not so much Phil Sims, but just Jim Nance. Enjoy the game, man. People, enjoy the wave. Enjoy being on the Wentwagon.
Yeah.
And I think Doug Peterson is driving it very, very
Ducky
well.
P.
So if we get this win, it's great. If not, listen, don't lose faith. Don't lose hope.
I'm about to get me an advisor in Dougie P fashion.
Dougie P advisor.
Yeah, the advisor.
All right, man. To all my peoples out there, make sure you watch us and you catch us, Philly Sports Guys. You can watch our archive shows, our replays on Radio Vision Network.
Yep.
That's Aaron. I'm Pete. Holla at MVP, the Radio Vision Network family.
Our boy
we love Keith was back in the building on the other side of the studio.
Give it up for Keith doing his thing.
He all right.
He all right?
Yeah, all right.
Hey, he pays the bills. He's man.
Look, shout out. Look, free plug. Shout out to Anthony Coal Fire Pizza.
Yes.
We headed there right now.
Right now.
And I'm taking my appetite with me.
MVP will be in the building.
So let's wrap this up.
Yes.
We out of here.
What do you say? Fade to black?
Fade to black. Salute.
Fade to black.